Today we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials, section 6.2. Who can remind me what a polynomial is? Many terms. So yesterday we talked about adding and subtracting polynomials. Today we're talking about multiplying polynomials. What was common with adding and subtracting? What was it just like? Adding and subtracting what? Combining like terms, basically. Okay. So multiplying polynomials today. You kind of would have already done some of this today. Do you guys remember doing like FOIL in Algebra 1?
Oh, I hate FOIL.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to like FOIL. We're going to multiply, basically we're going to distribute. Alright, so here's what it looks like today. Multiply it by a monomial. In order to multiply by a monomial, we're basically going to use the distributive property to multiply a monomial and a polynomial. So I'm going to distribute. So k times x, k times y, k times z. Or, when I have it here, I'm going to take 2ab squared times 3a squared b times 4ab squared and then times b cubed. So again, I'm distributing it throughout. And then when I distribute it throughout, I combine like terms and simplify it there. Okay. Remember, add the exponents of like bases to multiply. So just like the warm up there. For example, I think we had like x squared times like x to the fifth. Well, what's that going to give me? That's going to give me x to the 7th. Because when I multiply, I add exponents. Okay. So let's try number 1. I want to find each product. I'm going to take 4x squared times x squared plus 2x minus 3. So notice, I'm going to take 4x squared times x squared. Okay. And then I'm going to take 4x squared times 2x. And then I'm going to take 4x squared times negative 3. And now I'm going to multiply those. So what's 4x squared times x squared going to give me? 4x to the 4th. Great. Then I'm going to take 4x squared times 2x, and that's going to get me 8x cubed. And the very last one, 4x squared times negative 3, I get negative 12x squared. And there's my answer. Nice job. Okay. Number 2. Again, I'm going to distribute. I'm taking c squared d squared times 3c squared. And I get that here. C squared d squared times cd. And c squared d squared times 7d squared. So they're kind of listing it out for you there. Okay, now let's do the first term. C squared d squared times 3c squared, what's that going to end up with? What's my only constant? What's my coefficient going to be? My number. 3. Now let's look at the c's. What's c squared times c squared going to give me? C to the 4th. Then is there any other d terms? Nope, so it's going to say d squared. Plus. Now let's do the second term here. C squared d squared times negative cd. What's c squared, or sorry, not plus. Should be a minus here. So minus. What's c squared times c? C to the what power? 3rd. And what's d squared times d going to give me? D to the 3rd. Nice. And then my last term's plus. What's my number going to be? C squared d squared times 7d squared. My number going to 7. Now c what? Squared d to the 4th. Nice job. So again, you take each term separately, multiply, add your exponents. When you multiply a common basis. Let's try number 3. Same idea here. I'm going to take 5. For some reason they made a typo here. There should be a 5 right there. So I'm going to take 5xy squared times x cubed. Thank you. So what's 5xy squared times x cubed going to give me? 5xy squared times x cubed gives me 5x to the 4th That's the 2's with the y.
Oh.
So 5x to the 4th, y to the what? 2nd. Then I'm going to do my next term. 5x y squared times 4x squared. So I'm right here. So what's 5 times 4 going to give me? 20. What's x times x squared going to give me? X cubed. And then y squared, because there's no other y terms. Then my very last one, 5x y squared times 2. What's 5x y squared times 2 going to give me? 10xy squared. Nice job. And the very last one now. We have a lot of A's and B's here. Well, let's do the first one. 3a squared b squared times 8a squared. So what's 3 times 8? 24. A squared times a squared? A to the 4th. And what's b squared then? Okay, now do the next terms. 3a squared b squared times negative 2ab. So that'll be negative 6. What's a squared times a? A to the 3rd. And then b to the 3rd.
Teachers and students, just sorry for the interruption.
Alright, and then I'm going to multiply my last terms. 3a squared b squared times negative b squared. So I'm going to get minus 3. Is there any a terms there? So a squared. What's b squared times b squared? Going to give me b to the 4th. There's my answer. So again, multiplying. It's all about the exponents. Making sure you add up the exponents correctly. Take a couple seconds. Try these two on your own. All right, let's look through this here. Number 5. Jace, what'd you get for number 5? 2y to the 5th. Because I distributed right there. Okay, what? Minus 18y to the 4th, because we distribute there. Okay. Plus 8y cubed, because we distributed there. Good work. And last one, number 6. Hannah, what'd you get?
4x to the 4th plus
Great, because we distributed there.
plus 7x squared y cubed.
Nice job, because we distributed there. So again, it's all about distributing. All right? All right, so that is multiplying by monomial. Next, now we're going to multiply by a binomial. So next here, I'm going to multiply a binomial by a polynomial or trinomial. Basically, what that means is I'm going to distribute twice now. So I'm going to take x times everything, and then I'm going to take 2 times everything. And notice, I'm basically going to distribute twice. So I distribute the x to everything, and then I distribute the 2 to everything. Okay? Also, if you want to think about it, you could do it what they call the vertical method. Okay? This is like if I were to take the number 613 times 23. Do you remember doing multiplication like that in like elementary school, middle school, right? Some of you might still do multiplication like that. You know, you take the 3 times the 3, and you get 9. 3 times 1, you get 3. 3 times 6, and you get 18. You know, you cross it off, and you bring down the 0 placeholder, right? Remember doing that multiplication? That's what this vertical method is based on. Okay, I'm going to take the 2 times all my terms. Okay, and then I'm going to take my x times all my terms. Okay, they just kind of list it down in a different way. Same thing as distributing twice. So let's try number 7 here. I'm going to use the horizontal method to kind of distribute here. So I'm going to take the x times everything first. So what's x times x squared going to give me? X to the 3rd. Then I'm going to take x times negative 2x. That's going to get me negative. What's x times 2x? 2x squared. Then I'm going to take x times 2, and that's going to get me 2x. Good work. Now I'm going to the bottom here. What's negative 3 times x squared? Negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 2x. And then negative 3 times 2. Now, who can tell me why I wrote it like this? So you can see where my like terms are, right? My x squareds line up, my x's line up, okay, my constants, and my x cubed. So everything lines up kind of nice and neat. Now I'm just going to combine like terms. So I get x cubed minus 5x squared plus 8x. Yeah. Minus 6. And there's my answer then. Okay? So again, big thing is I need to make sure I remember to distribute twice. So I need to distribute the first term, then the second term. So let's do number 8. I'm going to take a times a squared. What's a times a squared going to give me? A to the third. I'm going to take a times ab. What's that going to give me? A times ab? How about a squared b? And then a times negative 4b gets me negative. What's a times 4b? Negative 4ab. Great. Now I'm going to distribute the beta of your term. So what's b times a squared?
A squared b.
A squared b. Notice where I put it. Why did I put it underneath there? Because it's like terms, right?
I want to be b squared or a squared. Because you're doing b.
So yeah, next one, Johnny here. B times ab gets me what?
AB squared.
AB squared. Then I'm going to take b times negative 4b and I get negative 4b squared. And now I'm going to combine like terms. So I get a to the third plus 2a squared b minus 4ab plus ab squared minus 4b squared. Whew. And that's a rough one because there's a lot of variables there. Alright? That's combining like terms there with multiplying. Again, I'm distributing twice there. I am distributing. Now, next one here, they kind of show you the vertical method. And again, the vertical method is just like if you were to do your, your long multiplication. Take your 2 times negative 6, take 2 times 4x, 2 times x squared. Then after you do that, you take x times negative 6, x times 4x, and x times x squared. If you don't want to do it that way, though, again, can I just list it out? Yeah, you bet. I could say x plus 2 times x squared plus 4x minus 6. Or on the second one, I could say y minus 1 times y squared minus 3y plus 1. Either way, work these two out on your own. Multiply these two on your own. Take a couple seconds, multiply them. All right, let's look at this here. So number 9. First thing I need to do is I need to distribute. So x times x squared gives me x cubed. X times 4x gives me 4x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. Then I do the 2. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 4x is 8x. And then 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Very good. So now I combine like terms. I get x cubed plus 6x squared plus 2x minus 12. Then the second one, again, I distribute. Y times y squared is y cubed. Y times negative 3y is negative 3y squared. Y times 1 is plus y. Then I do the other term. Negative 1 times y squared is negative y squared. Negative 1 times 3y is plus 3y. Then negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Combine like terms, I get y cubed minus 4y squared plus 4y minus 1. Maybe. Last thing we're talking about today is what happens if I have an exponent now. So first off, what's an exponent mean?
You multiply to that number. You multiply the number by itself that many times.
You multiply the number by itself that many times. So for example, let's say I gave you the problem 4 thirds, or 4 to the third power. What does 4 to the third power mean?
4 times 4 times 4.
4 times 4 times 4. Does everybody agree with that? That's what an exponent means. So what does x plus 1 to the third power mean?
X times x times x.
No.
X to the third power.
What's x plus 1 to the third power mean?
Oh.
How many times do I need to list this out? 3 times. So it really means x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 1. I need to list it out 3 times. And now I need to multiply it. So for example, I would start here on the right side. I would multiply these two first. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. I multiply those, combine like terms. I bring my second one down, or my first one down. When I FOIL the right side, you should get x squared plus 2x plus 1. And now you have a problem basically that we were just doing, where now I need to distribute again twice. So I take x times everything. I get x to the third plus 2x squared plus x. Then I take the 1 times everything. I get x squared plus 2x plus 1. Combine like terms. X cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, so again, the key here is understanding what's the exponent means. It means you take that number times itself 3 times. All right? Try number 12 on your own now. All right, I'm going to slowly start working through this here. So you should have x minus 2 times x minus 2 times x minus 2. When you FOIL this side here, you should get x squared minus 4x plus 4. And then again, I want to distribute. And distribute the bottom. So you should get x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x. Then you distribute the negative 2, you should get negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 8. Combine like terms. X cubed minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 8. And there's your answer then. Okay, again, these are problems that you need to show your work on multiplying. All right? Here's your assignment.